Welcome to VillageTV, the story behind small business and entrepreneurs. Today I'm joined by Julian Noels from Shine Entrepreneurs. Julian, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Sean.
Now, Julian, you run an amazing community of people, of entrepreneurs, called the Shine Group, and we're going to talk about a lot of it today. But there's an amazing story behind it that I want to share with people about Shine. So I think you'll be captured by this story. So I'd love you to share about your passion for starting Shine and how it all came about.
Okay. So I was doing some market research a few years ago and discovered that there's a marketing segment called the Cultural Creatives, or the LOHAS, Lifestyles of Health and Sustainability. And the 1 in 4 Australians is interested in sustainability. They're over the two-party political system. They are into personal growth, spiritual development. They're interested in green issues and gender issues. And one of the characteristics of this marketplace, and it's something like a $30 billion marketplace in Australia, one of the characteristics is they feel alone. They feel isolated. They don't realise that 1 in 4 Australians has the same values.
Wow, 1 in 4.
1 in 4.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, the New York Times called it the biggest market you've never heard of.
Wow.
The LOHAS marketplace.
And these are disillusioned people.
Well, no, they're actually quite different. They're people who have a vision of a brighter future.
Okay.
And they have a vision of making a difference in the world through what they do.
They just don't know how to get there.
Well, a lot of them do.
Okay.
But the central thing is they think they're alone.
And that's occurrence for a lot of small business owners, people. You've got a vision, but you're fighting a losing battle by yourself.
So what I started to do was hold events. So large live events we're getting where 200 to 300 people come along, and it'll be a combination of enjoyment and upliftment. There'd be music and there'd be talks. And they were all about people who were travelling this journey. Okay. So you want to normalise that sense of isolation. You want to affirm people. You want to reinstate them back connected powerfully to their vision. That's really, really important. Because if you want people to shine, then they have to be connected back to themselves. And then what evolved out of that was, and my passion is around business, because I think business is the greatest tool for making a difference and making change in the world. And in particular, entrepreneurs and small business owners. I think we're the ones who, we're kind of cavalier enough and bold and brave enough to do stuff that's a bit crazy.
Just a bit?
Just a bit. And we'll talk about one of the big crazy ideas that we're working on at the end of our little chat.
Absolutely.
So we created a community of entrepreneurs. So Shine Entrepreneurs.
Okay. I love that. Bringing really cool people with crazy ideas, inspired, desire to do something in their life, bring them all together. Yeah. Could be a crazy room.
Well, the thing that I really target and I'm really interested in is that people who come along to Shine are already high functioning. Okay. So they're already familiar with success. They already have a track record. They know how the game is played and they know how to win the game. And they're now ready to go to another level. So it's like, they've made their money or they know how to make their money. Now they're looking for the bigger game. Okay. So that's who I really like to attract, and that's really who I like to work alongside of, because they're not worried about getting clients, and they're not overly exhausted by trying to understand how a business functions. Yes. They already know how to do it.
Okay. Yeah. So these are people at a good level. I mean, these are powerful people to be around. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. And they're shining.
Yes.
They're shining, man. Good name. Shine Entrepreneurs. There you go. And so these people come together, and then what happens?
Good question. Well, the model that we're working with, I personally have spent at least $250,000 on becoming educated. So I've done every personal growth seminar, every business development seminar that there is known to man. Okay. But what I found was the challenge was applying it into my business. I could go off to seminars, 7 days a week, but 1% of that would actually end up in my business.
Yeah. And the implementation side.
It's the implementation side which is critical. We can think about stuff, we can envision it, but it's action that makes the difference. So what we do when we come together is it's participatory learning. So everyone contributes. You pose a problem, you pose a question, and you get someone who knows about governance, you get someone who knows about marketing, advertising, you know, all the different facets of business. And so it's a little bit like a dragon's den is part of it. But we work on 3 levels, 3 very distinct levels. Financial intelligence, because the making of money, it's just a machine.
Yeah.
Knowing how to make money, it's a machine. Once you know the machine, money makes itself.
Yes.
The other thing is emotional intelligence, that you've really got to be connected to yourself. Okay. You've got to have a sense of clarity, and you've got to have a good grip on your emotions. And the third area is what we call spiritual intelligence,
okay,
which is, why are you in business? You know, like
it's a good question to ask.
Yeah, like really and deeply, what is your true motivation? What do you want to achieve?
We find a lot of people in business who come through here they're there to make money, and you know it's not the real reason. Yeah. There's more to it.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of facades going on,
yeah.
and
it's never about the money.
Yeah.
Never about the money.
All right, and then what happens?
Right. Well, then it's a matter of once you kind of you come along to one of the retreats, you kind of get realigned and recalibrated, come back to a much more powerful sense of yourself, and you get all of this good information, and you get great coaching, you get a new understanding. Then it's about application.
Okay.
So then we have structures in place like monthly meetings where people come back and you can check in, because it's really important. Checking in and accountability.
I was about to say, holding someone accountable to what they said they're going to do.
Yeah. Critical.
Do you find like often you go off and you have these great plans, you're like, I'm going to move the mountains kind of stuff, and then a month later you've maybe sent an email? And you see it so often.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Like dreams and passions kind of disappear with that lack of accountability sometimes.
Yeah. You know, I was talking to another guy who runs a kind of a series of business seminars, and he was saying it's only 3% of people who come along to his seminars convert into action.
Wow. 3%.
And these people.
What percentage are you?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, that's ridiculous.
It is. It is.
Wow.
I mean, it's terrifying. You know, people are paying good money, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, but you see, action is terrifying for people.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing, and that's why the whole thing of emotional intelligence is so important. Okay. It's really easy to have a good idea. It's really easy, but action, when the rubber hits the road, that's what makes the difference.
Okay.
And we can sit here and talk, but if I'm not accountable to you in some way, if you're not holding me to that, I will go away and I won't do it, no matter how great it is.
Yeah.
Because stepping out really requires you to come from a place of strength and power inside yourself.
I guess that's when you need that purpose and that all that alignment. Yeah. Now, you're doing something really awesome, something the first time in Australia kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about this story. I tell you what, you're taking a whole bunch of dynamic entrepreneurs and you're taking them to the Antarctic?
To the Antarctica, yeah.
Why?
Well, it's very much about purpose, profit, people and planet.
Okay.
So we're taking some of us...
Lots of peas.
Yeah, lots of peas, lots of peas. It's always good to eat your peas. Yeah. And it's about really a conversation, a series of conversations, some very uncomfortable, I imagine.
Okay.
And it's very much about that. It's about raising the financial intelligence of Australia.
Nice.
And so, there'll be, some of Australia's silkiest and smartest entrepreneurs. Nice. Like there's one guy in particular who's coming, who in his lifetime has started a business that's currently turning over 800 million per annum, and it's moving towards $1 billion. And this is one man who's just generated this. So, and he's just one of the most amazing people who will be there. So if you can imagine being in the presence of 117 people like that.
How many? 117. 117. Yeah. Limited spots.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
On this beautiful, like 5-star ship, cruising through the Antarctica, 10 days.
What do you expect people come back? What do you think when you come back, when they hop off the boat here in Sydney from wherever, well, it'll probably be in Argentina, won't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Patagonia, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, they come off Patagonia and they're sitting there. What do you think that they will be feeling at that time?
Well, I'm one of the facilitators on the boat, and what I work with is people around their mindset. Okay. How you think, how you approach things, how you go into action and how you engage. So there will definitely be a shift in mindset, that's number one. But also you think of the connections that you will have made on that boat.
Powerful.
Yeah, if you think of what you will have learned on that boat about business, about systems, about structures, about motivation, about staying in the game, around accountability.
Yes.
And the networks that you would have created and the collaborative business opportunities that will take place on that boat. So
It's more than just a good view.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
And a party or two.
Yeah.
Wow, I got to say, Julian, thank you so much for sharing your experiences with Shine, where you're going, and what you think business owners need to start thinking about and doing and implementing in their business to make a difference. I think more business owners there being aligned, having a good purpose and a passion, and getting there and being accountable to it will make a big difference in our community and in our economy as well.
Yeah.
I think you're doing a fantastic job. Well done.
Thanks.
Really good stuff. So that's Julian Noels from Shine Entrepreneurs. Hop along to one of his events. It's 3 days in Sydney. Julian, where can they find out more information about Shine?
Shineglobal.com.au is our website.
That's where it's at. So, look, stick around. This is Village TV, the story behind small business and entrepreneurs. You can subscribe and catch a lot more interesting people and interviews right here. Thank you for being around. And Julian, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks very much, Sean.
Cheers for now.